morning. Today I am going to take seventh part of solutions. In this I am going to explain vapor pressure of volatile liquid solutions. First I take two beakers. In first beaker I am adding chloroform, that is CHCl3, and I am numbering it as component 1. In second beaker I am adding dichloromethane, that is CH2Cl2. Now I am closing these beakers at temperature T. Some of the liquid vaporizes and an equilibrium is established between this vapor and liquid phase. This is liquid phase, this is vapor phase. And this vapor exerts some pressure on this liquid phase, and that pressure is known as vapor pressure. And it is denoted by P01. In the same way, this also after some time forms vapors. These vapors also exert pressure on this liquid phase, and this is denoted as component 2, and the vapor pressure exerted by the second component is denoted as P02. Now I am mixing these two liquids. So it consists 1 and 2 components. Again I am closing this beaker. After some time, vapors are formed over the liquid phase. This is vapor phase. This is liquid phase, and these vapors exert some pressure on the liquid, and in this vapor two components are present, that is one component 1 and component 2. Partial vapor pressure exerted by the component 1 is denoted as P1, and the partial vapor pressure exerted by component T is denoted as P2, and mole fraction of component 1 in liquid phase is denoted as H1, and mole fraction of component 2 in liquid phase is denoted as X2, and mole fraction of component 1 in vapor phase is denoted as Y1, and mole fraction of component 2 in vapor phase is denoted as Y2. Raoult's gave a quantitative relationship between partial vapor pressure of component and mole fraction of that component in solution. Partial vapor pressure of a component, that is first component is directly proportional to mole fraction of that component in solution. It is number equation 1. We can write P1 is equals to P01 x1. P01 is vapor pressure of pure component and it is equation 2. In the same way, partial vapor pressure of component 2 is directly proportional to x2 and partial vapor pressure can be written as P2 is equals to P02 into x2 from Dalton's law. Pt is equals to P1 plus P2. From Dalton's law, here I am substituting these values from 2 and this is equation number 3, this is number 4. From 2 and 4, Pt is equals to, in case of P1 I am writing P01 x1 plus, in case of P2 I am writing P02 x2, that is equals to P01 I am writing in place of x1 1 minus x2 plus P02 x2, since x1 plus x2 is equals to 1, x1 is equals to 1 minus x2. So I am writing this here. Now P01 minus P01 x2 plus P02 x2, rearranging we get P01 plus P02 x2 minus P01 x2, P01 plus, I can write P02 minus P01 and I am taking x2 as common. So this gives total pressure of the total vapor pressure of a solution. So this is the formula, and now we have to calculate mole fraction of components in vapor pressure, again from Dalton law of partial pressures. We know that P1 is equals to Y1 P total. We can rearrange Y1 is equals to P1 by Pt. In the same way, P2 is equals to Y2 Pt. Again on rearranging, Y2 is equals to P2 by Pt. we can plot a graph between vapor pressure of a component and mole fraction of the component. On this graph, on right hand side, I take component 1. Here it is the mole fraction of the component 1 is 0, and it gradually increases from right to left, and at this corner it becomes equals to 1. That means pure component 1 is present here. Okay, next I take x2 this side, the mole fraction of x2 is 0 this side, and it gradually increases from left side to right side and reaches x2 equals to 1 at this right corner. Now from the first equation we know P1 is directly proportional to x1, so we get a straight line passing through this origin. We get a straight line passing through origin, and we know here x1 is equals to 1, that means pure component is present, so the vapor pressure of pure component is P01. I am writing P01 here. Next, from the equation 3, x2 is directly, P2 is directly proportional to x2. So here the x2 mole fraction is 1, that means here pure component is present, and the pure component vapor pressure is P02. Now total vapor pressure, that is Pt. By joining these two corners, we get total vapor pressure. This is P1, P2 partial pressure of component 2. This is P1 partial vapor pressure of component 1. And this line shows Pt is equals to P1 plus P2. This line also linear with component 1 and component 2. Okay. Now I will solve the problem based on this equation. In problem it was given vapor pressure of chloroform and dichloromethane are at 298 Kelvin, 200 and 415 mmHg, and calculate vapor pressure of solution if solution is prepared by mixing 25.5 grams of chloroform and 40 grams of dichloroethane at 298 Kelvin, and also calculate the mole fractions of each component in vapor phase. I am writing chloroform here, CHCl3, and I am taking the dichloromethane this side. So from the question we know that W chloroform is 25.5 grams, and GMW 119.5 grams. And W of dichloromethane 40 grams, and GMW of 85 grams. And I am taking it as P01. P01 is equals to, that is 200 mm Hg, and this one P02 is equals to 415 mm Hg. First we have to calculate number of moles. N1 is equals to 25.5 by 119.5. It will be equals to 0.213, and N2 is equals to 40 by 85. It will be equals to 0.47. N1 plus N2 equals to 0.683. Now mole fraction X2, that is mole fraction of dichloromethane, is equals to N2 by N1 plus N2, that is equals to N2 is 0.47 and total 0.683. On simplification we get 0.688 moles. We know that for x1 is equals to 1 minus x2, it will be equals to 1 minus 0.688 2 1 3, 0.312 mole fractions. Now I am writing the formula to calculate PT is equals to P01 plus P02 minus P01 into x2. I am substituting these values from the above. Upon substitution, P01 here it is given 200 mmHg plus P02 415 minus 200 into mole fraction of this dichloromethane is 0.688. On simplification we get 347.9 mm Hg. Now we can answer for the second question, that is calculate the mole fraction of each component in vapor phase. we know formula is for y1 is equals to, that is mole fraction of component 1 in vapor phase is equals to P1 by Pt. We know Pt is 347.9 and we have to calculate y1. Before this we have to calculate P1. From here P1 is equals to P01 x1. First we have to calculate P01. P1 is equals to P01 x1. So P01 is 200 and x1 is this one 0.318. On simplification we get 62.4 mmHg. In the same way, upon substitution, y1 is equals to 62.4 by Pt is equals to 347.9. On simplification we get 0.18 mole fractions. For component 2, y2 is equals to P2 by Pt. P2 is equals to P02 into x2. P02 is 415 into x2 is 0.688. Upon simplification we get around 285.5 mmHg. On substitution y2 is equals to 285.5 by 347.9, we get 0.82. We need not do this. We need not to do all this problem because we know that y1 plus y2 is equals to 1. Upon substituting y1 we know here from here 0.1. Y2 is equals to 1 minus y1, 1 minus 0.18. We get the same answer, that is 0.82. Okay, with this I am concluding this session.